Hey dudes and dudettes, Retro Anime Gamer 87 here. Today we're going to be taking a little look at our local Peddlers mall. They've done a little expansion in here, so figured I would come in and check it out. Looks like they got some motorcycles and stuff back there in there now, so probably won't ever be buying any of those. I have to do a little voiceover work for this video because I had some copyright music blasting in here, so yeah, I just grabbed some footage, some Betty and Veronica comics there. I do like, I used to collect comics, but I don't so much anymore, but I do like to look every once in a while. And I do like some Archie. It's a cool little Cabbage Patch Kids thing there. I know it's kind of a girl's toy back in the day, but I kind of liked Cabbage Patch Kids. I had some memorabilia. So, yep, some creepy little elf dolls there. Now this new side over here wasn't, it's not all the way packed out with booths yet, so yeah, a little NASCAR steering wheel there. I think that went to a PC, it was Logitech. Not much of a PC gamer, so not really something I was looking for. CD player there, straight from the later 90s, I think it's a 5-disc changer. Yeah, this booth used to be on the other side, but it looks like he's moved over to the new side, so he did have some new comics in. I always browse. Like I said, I don't really collect them anymore, but it just got too crazy and out of hand after the movies and everything came out, so got some wrestling figures. Movie John 75 will probably like those. You'll always be Movie John 75 to me. My boy Movie John, so yeah, more wrestlers. The other side had some VHS here. Nothing, I do collect VHS still. Nothing I needed though, or was interested in. These figures were cool. There were some 90s Marvel figures there. This was, I don't know what this was. It was like a homemade cardboard Pac-Man arcade. Kind of cool. Looks like somebody did some cool artwork on it. So yeah, more VHS. Like I said, nothing stood out to me though. Now this booth had tons and tons of DVDs. And I collect horror DVDs and 80s and cartoons and things like that. Probably won't ever show the collection off on this channel. I used to have another YouTube channel that was specifically just for that stuff, but don't really, I ran out of room and things that I wanted to collect DVD wise pretty much. I mean, I hit a point where I have everything that I want. Bats, that movie was cool. I watched it in theater back in the day. I think I watched that one in theater, yeah. So this booth is cool. Now he has tons of import games here, Famicom, Super Famicom, but he's a little expensive on them. They're like 15 to 25 each, which might not be a bad deal for some of them, like Donkey Kong, but it was kind of sun faded. So the strange thing about this booth is it's like an army surplus store. So it's all army gear, but on the other side there's random Famicom, Super Famicom, and some Game Boy games in there. So yeah, Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest 2. I picked that up a couple weeks ago on the cheap. I think he wanted $25 for it, so I got it for like $7 or something, I think. This looked cool. I'm gonna have to research this one. I'm not familiar with it, but it did have an anime style to it. Some Bomberman. A lot of these are cheap options for the Super Famicom rather than the Super Nintendo. So, yep, another comic booth here. I do pull out a comic here that I probably should have got. There's some more Archie coming up here. Now I know the Riverdale show's kind of out there. My kids watch it, but you know, it is what it is. But I always enjoyed the Archie and Betty Veronica crew back in the day. So now this right here, I would kind of like to read these just because I am a fan. Right there, Speed Racer. Big fan of the show. It's probably one of my gateway into anime kind of things back as a kid. Loved Speed Racer. Used to watch it all the time. So never read the comics though. This was kind of cool. Almost picked this up for the nephew, my little nephew. but I think it was newer. It wasn't very old school. Ninja Turtles. These booths have been there, so pretty much all the same stuff. I just realized I think I'm missing a clip I need to throw in here, so yeah. Another big DVD booth here. Tons, hundreds and hundreds of DVDs and a couple cassette tapes, but nothing crazy there that I needed either or wanted, so a lot of common stuff. Not a lot of horror stuff or cult or 80s or cartoons or 90s or anything like that. It's mostly Fast and the Furious and that kind of stuff you see all the time. So nothing too crazy. This was cool. Roy Acuff album. I think it was he's a gospel bluegrass singer, but anytime there's a vintage Japanese or offset guitar on the cover, kind of grabs my attention. So yeah, some Kenny Loggins. Just trying to see if it had Danger Zone or Footloose or anything on it. Do like me some Kenny Loggins. He was the man for soundtracks back in the day. Pretenders, pretty cool. This booth's always like a mix of country and 80s, and I found some good tapes out of here before. I got some Van Halen and a couple others out of here. I think I got 5150 out of this booth at one time. So yeah, now this case up here up front's cool. It's got the mostly non-sports games. Prices are about eBay prices, but there is a few titles here I want, but I want them boxed, like Fatal Fury 2 there. Narc I almost picked up. I don't have that one. It was a pretty good deal on it, so I probably will get it. This booth here has the couple of little tabletop arcade games from back in the day, but the artwork's kind of trashed on them, and I think they wanted like $80 for them, so yeah. We just got out of the Peddlers Mall. I did a little footage in there. They expanded onto it, so I had to go check it out. I think the expansion, there'll be more stuff in there. They're just now getting started on it. But I did grab a little footage in there for you, and I got 3 pickups here. Nothing special, but I figured I'd go ahead and show them off. I haven't got a chance to do a video in a couple weeks now. I've had sickness in the family, and then we had a death in the family, so things are just now starting to open up so I can do a little video. So but yeah, let's go ahead and show. I'll tack this at the end of the Peddlers Mall footage, but let's go ahead and show what I'll probably do a voiceover for in there because they had some copyright music planned. But first up here, nothing special on this, but I was watching John Hancock's video of ranking all the Madden games for Sega Genesis back in the day, and it got me kind of wanting to play some. You know how it is collecting sports games. They're everywhere and they're cheap. So I picked up Madden 94, and this, I don't know if this is complete. I'm assuming there was a manual that came with it, but this one has like a poster that came with it, and the cartridge, of course. Let's unfold this poster here. Thought this was pretty cool. Always loved back in the day when I would get a poster with my games and hang it up on my wall. So this is Madden 94 NFC players ratings. Oh, that's cool. So it's got all the teams' ratings on there, front and back. So very cool. Can't wait to just pop this in, have a fun time with it, play some old school Madden. I was actually watching I always have a memory of Dan Marino a Blockbuster commercial back in the day where Dan Marino's playing a Sega football game and his kid's begging him to play.
Can I please play now, Dad?
Sorry, I just went into overtime.
So that kind of got me wanting to play some Sega football as well. 80 teams, 16 game NFL season playoffs, and Super Bowl. So 12 all-time franchises since 1950. Pretty cool. Madden 94. They have like all the way up to Madden 98 in there for the Genesis, so I may eventually add those to the collection. And then other two I picked up, I didn't have these. I checked my app. I was tracking from my Atari app. So first one is Air Sea Battle. Lighting's weird in here right now. Looks like I'm in a dream. That's not intentional. But yeah, Air Sea Battle, cool cover art. Not sure if I played this one, but I'm going to pop it in, and maybe I'll even do some footage. This one's put out by Atari. I'm sure it's like a Missile Command type game, I'm assuming. Got some missiles and some ships and submarines on there, so could be a fun time. And last but not least, this got a little sticker on it that I need to hit some Goo Gone on there. That way I can get it off without messing up the label. I thought I had this one, but I do not. And that is Space War. Check out that cover art. Also put out by Atari, 1978. Little bit of label damage there, but what are you gonna do? It was a couple bucks, $1 or $2, something like that. So, yeah, Space War. I've played this one, but I can't recall what it's like. So, you know, maybe you guys will get us some footage of that too. But that's it, dudes and dudettes. Quick hit here, something to get the, keep the channel flowing. So, thanks for watching. Hope you guys dig this. Thanks for all my new subscribers. Thanks for everybody that's watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. Comment, like, do all that stuff. Hit it up. So, thanks for watching.